Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Welcome to the Purely Prabhupada channel. This video series is called Reality, Distinguished from Illusion for the Welfare of All. My name is Kamra Devi Dasi, and I am a disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So this is number 23 of the series, Questions for Christians. We know that Jesus instructed, "Thou shalt not kill." But still, most people who claim to be followers of Jesus eat meat in spite of that directive. And the verse in Isaiah 66:3, "He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man." Also in Isaiah 1:15 we read, "And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood." The main argument I hear in support of meat eating in the Christian faith seems to be that it's okay to kill animals because they don't have a soul. So my question is, what is the Christian definition of soul? What's the definition of spirit? So I've tried to research a lot on this topic, and everything that I can find is speculative. There's really no substance. What is the definition of the word soul? What's the definition of the word spirit as it pertains to the Bible? So in the same way that the composition of a dead human body and a living one have all the same constituents except life force, it's the same for animals. All the elements are still there, but there's no life. An animal is driven for pleasure and survival the same as a human. It knows when to eat, it knows when to drink, it knows when to rest, and sometimes an animal seems to know that even better than a human does. So if soul or spirit means life force, there's no difference between the animal and the human. So how can it be said that the animal has no soul? So if the word soul means that the animal has no ability to understand God or spiritual subjects, that's another thing, and that's correct. So it's the unfortunate condition of being an animal that it can't understand philosophy or religion or subject matter of God. Only the human has the capacity to learn, to know and serve God and understand ourselves in relation to God. But does that mean that humans have stewardship over the animals and not dominion? Because these unfortunate creatures who can't understand God have to be protected because they're lower in consciousness and they're helpless in our hands. So what did the Bible originally say, and what might have been changed over the centuries that's no longer available to students of the Bible? When was it proclaimed to be acceptable or even encouraged by the church leaders to eat the animals on the plea that they had no soul? I haven't been able to find any evidence. I haven't been able to find any history. We know that Jesus did not kill or eat animals. So what was the source of this misrepresentation? So another question that I have is, when it's quoted, "Hallowed be thy name," from the Lord's Prayer, to what name does it refer? I've never seen a reference to either the name of the Lord or how to glorify or worship the name of the Lord. And then also in the Bible, in John 16:12, Jesus says that there is more he could tell the people at that time, but they wouldn't be able to hear it. In fact, he said you won't be able to bear it. Does anyone inquire what the rest of that story might be and how to discover it? So I came to understand the teaching of Jesus much more clearly through the literary works of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. And we have many of these books available at purelyprabhupada.com. I invite you to study them. But you're going to have a much better chance at understanding the subject matter if you give up the eating of flesh foods and obey, thou shalt not kill, accepting that the word kill implies both humans and animals, and neither of whom is lacking life force, no matter what word we use for it, spirit, soul, life force. So the Bible speaks that the Lord does not accept the prayers and offerings of one whose hands are full of blood. And our Srila Prabhupada told us that the meat eater is actually denied hearing about Krishna. So if you can obey, thou shalt not kill, and chant the holy names of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, your spiritual success is guaranteed. So thank you very much for listening. And please visit purelyprabhupada.com if you're interested in these literatures that give the rest of the story that Jesus said that he couldn't present then. Thank you.
If you are interested in the subject matter of this video and would like to learn more, please visit purelyprabhupada.com. Ancient truths for the upliftment of the modern world.